experts to follow on LinkedIn.
He's very good when it comes to technical SEO. I'm going to reach out to him at some point. He does a lot more than just SEO tweaks. There's a lot of like mindset type ones about scaling staff. I wouldn't have followed you 12 months ago.
It's very, very deep into the patterns actually, and all the terminologies I would say, and has grew businesses to a huge amount of businesses and investments. You know, he's an SEO consultant, works very hard, and a top level guy. You can tell that by some of his witty comments. He scales businesses like there's no tomorrow. Today we're going to go through the best SEO experts to follow on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn's somewhere that I'm personally trying to get a bit better at. But one of the first guys that I would go into is Matt Diggity. Matt Diggity is great on LinkedIn. He has a huge following. It's been growing year upon year. But what would you suggest, Dooley?
So I'm going to throw some random ones in the mix. I've never met this guy yet, but he's absolutely brilliant on technical SEO. Daniel Foley Carter. He's very active on LinkedIn. He's very good when it comes to technical SEO. I'm going to reach out to him at some point. I actually want to meet him because he shares a lot of great.
I'll block your inbox quick, Daniel.
Quick. Get it blocked. Get me blocked quickly. No, but he shares a lot of amazing advice. He's a very advanced technical SEO. Technical SEO, to be fair, is a big weakness of mine, but he's one of the ones that I normally follow and look for when it comes to technical SEO advice. So Daniel Foley Carter is an SEO I would follow on LinkedIn.
I would say Algazar, if we're going down the, not the typical norm. Algazar is quite a good SEO consultant. She shares a lot of great knowledge on the LinkedIn statuses, both basic and more advanced and technical knowledge as well. She's got some great tutorials on the likes of Screaming Frog and other sort of crawling tools. So very good SEO to follow.
Yeah, for sure. Another one thrown into the mix is Ryan Durrani. He's very active on LinkedIn. He does a lot more than just SEO tweaks. There's a lot of like mindset type ones about scaling staff and problems he's had over the years and problems that he's encountered, which is at times reassuring for other people to listen to because they might be going through those same problems. And he's obviously come out the other end and he's a very successful SEO. So Ryan Durrani is definitely an SEO I'd look to follow on LinkedIn.
I would say Steetoff. He's definitely a top SEO to follow. You know, he's done various different huge projects. I think it was FreshBooks was his main one that he used to work with, and he now runs his own sort of newsletter, quite a big newsletter in the industry, and just a great guy to follow.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm going to throw you in the mix here. So Carl Hudson, I would say he's definitely someone to follow on LinkedIn. Like you said, now you're being a lot more active. I wouldn't have followed you 12 months ago just because you wasn't as active as what you are being now with regards to personal branding. Quite like the mixture in information of what you're sharing with regards to backlinks or on-page content or paid ads or mindset and lifestyle. There's a good blended mix there. So Carl Hudson is definitely someone I would look to follow with regards to SEO on LinkedIn.
Someone who I would definitely recommend you add to a block list would be Kazra Dash. He's a great guy, but Jesus Christ, he likes his LinkedIn. He posts loads of great knowledge tips, and he's very active on YouTube, LinkedIn, all the different social media platforms, really Twitter as well. And he shares a lot about website recovery in general, SEO consultancy, things like this.
Yeah, I'm going to throw Kyle Roof into the mix. All-round great guy, great SEO, very, very good with his on-page content. The founder of Page Optimizer Pro and IMG for training courses as well. He is very advanced. He's always testing and pushing the boundaries of what works and what doesn't work. So he's definitely someone I would be following on LinkedIn if you're looking for SEO advice.
The next guy I'm going to mention to follow one of the top SEO experts to follow on LinkedIn, in my personal opinion. I'm going to absolutely butcher his name. Corey Tugberg Goober. I think I said that better than Dooley.
I think you have said it better than me.
I just usually call him Small Legs. That's what I call him. He's a great guy, top-notch knowledge. He owns a holistic SEO course. and it is very, very high level. If you're an amateur or very basic, I would probably advise you stay away. However, it is a very good, if you can master it, you're almost learning from the best. You know, he goes very much into patterns. He digs very, very deep into the patterns actually, and all the terminology he's using is very much what the search engines do. So yeah, top guy. I would definitely recommend following him.
Yeah, for sure. I've learned a lot on semantic SEO. I thought I knew what good quality content was and topical authority was until I met Corey. So yeah, he's definitely someone I'd look to follow.
He's probably cost us quite a bit of money, to be fair.
Yeah. Another one to follow on LinkedIn is Ferry Kazona. He is reactive PR, all round digital PR. But the way he does his marketing, he's the most creative entrepreneur I've ever met. In the fact is his videos are great. He provokes like prompts on quite a few things on Twitter and on LinkedIn that gets quite a lot of reactions. He's a very funny guy, very creative marketer, and he does great digital PR packages. So he's definitely someone I'd look to follow on LinkedIn.
Another guy I would definitely advise you don't follow, and honestly change your name if you ever hear yourself mentioned on a podcast like that poor Daniel Foley Carter there, you know, block your inbox, is James Dooley. I like to name him the Woodpecker. He's the guy that once he gets something in his head, he will literally drill down until he fully understands it in and out. In all seriousness, though, he's a top guy to follow on LinkedIn, and he offers a lot of business advice as opposed to just SEO, you know, a lifestyle, sort of a digital nomad approach to the whole SEO scene. And he does offer the odd bit of SEO and not so technical, but more basic SEO advice, I would say, and has grew businesses to huge amounts of businesses and investments.
So basically, you're saying James Dooley is awarded the #1 SEO on LinkedIn. Cheers for that, Carl. That's great. The next one I would throw into the mix is Charles Float, known for his Black Hat SEO, and he's just released parasiteseo.com. He is an all-round, very advanced SEO, does a lot of different techniques. He's actually in the background, even though he talks quite a lot about Black Hat techniques. He actually leverages branding quite a lot and has built quite a lot of high quality white hat company, like built a lot of white hat agencies up. Even though he might talk Black Hat, he is an all-round great marketer.
The next one on my list is Julian Goldie. Julian Goldie, I've known him for a couple of years now. We have a few little investments together, and just a great SEO to follow on LinkedIn. I would say he's also a very good, just in general, marketer. So he's very good at the landing pages and setting up funnels and things like this. So if you're wanting to almost learn a whole holistic approach, Julian Goldie's probably a good guy to start with.
Yeah, for sure. Another one in the mix I'm going to throw, ranks #1 for SEO consultant London, is Josh George. So he does quite a lot of statuses on LinkedIn. He's very active. He pushes the boundaries quite a lot with what you can and can't do. He's got a great all-round marketing agency, mainly for London-based companies. Yeah, he does work all over the world, to be fair, but he's got a great with his on-page and off-page strategies. So he's definitely someone, if you're looking for SEO advice, to follow on LinkedIn.
Another SEO expert I would say has to have a big shout out here would be Liam Fallon. There's been a few times where I've had a few laughs at some of his statuses. You know, he's an SEO consultant, works very hard, and a top level guy. You can tell that by some of his witty comments and the various different memes that he puts on about technical SEO, about dealing with customers or clients and things like this. So definitely worth following him if you want to just sort of understand and have a little bit more of a laugh about SEO.
Yeah, another great SEO to follow on LinkedIn is Craig Campbell. So he's part of a lot of different testing groups. He is very active on YouTube as well. He's got over 1 million subscribers. So sometimes he'll share some of his videos on LinkedIn. He, like you said, he's just very active all around. He's doing a lot of testing. A lot of the information he's sharing is working in today's algorithms, where there's certain like SEO speakers that might be out there and rehashing the same information that what was shared 3-4 years ago that now no longer is working. Craig isn't like that. Craig is always trying to look for new innovative methods of what's working today. So he's definitely someone I would be looking to follow on LinkedIn.
I would say an underrated guy who is definitely worth a follow on LinkedIn for being an SEO expert and then just general knowledge of SEO in the marketing industry would be Alex Drew. Now, Alex Drew owns the brand ODYS Global. That's typically where you'll find him and the various different social media platforms that they operate on. He's a top guy. They do a lot with domains and expert domain services, but they have loads of filters in place and they just very high knowledge when you get to speak to him. He's very good at business. He scales businesses like there's no tomorrow. He's involved in various different websites that are just exploding in growth. And again, works very closely with guys who buy the domains off him. So he's not that typical vendor that would you buy a domain and that's it, you're left to your own accord. He does try to handhold with the mentorship program and things like this. So yeah, shout out to ODYS Global.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great platform. I love the fact that they've put the ODYS mentorship program together. There's so many high-level people in there. So yeah, it's a great little platform. The one I'm going to give a big shout out to is Mad Singers. So heavily involved in the SEO community, does a lot with management of staff and systems and processes. If you're ever struggling, there's so many businesses that seem to struggle once they get to maybe 10 to 15 staff to try and grow it further than that. They seem to struggle and not know how to set up the middle management structures. If you're in that position at present, go and speak to Mad Singers. He's very active on LinkedIn. And yeah, he's an all-around great guy. He understands how to leverage SEO for business. I'd say more he's a business consultant or an entrepreneur consultant. He's definitely someone I would look to follow and connect with, have as a first connection on LinkedIn.
Now, last but not least, I would say an OG of the industry. Back in Moz days, he was the main guy, and it is Cyrus Shepherd. Cyrus Shepherd's an amazing technical SEO. He's been in the industry for years, and I think from the day dot, pretty much, and founder of Sippy SEO. And yeah, just a great guy to get to know. He's very technical. You can ask him pretty much anything, and he will try to come back to you, obviously, within reason, within time. He's probably a lot more active on Twitter. However, his LinkedIn is also very, very active.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, there's a huge list there of people who offer SEO advice to follow on LinkedIn. In general, we could probably sit there all day and probably name another 50 people who are amazing people. These are not just specifically saying that they are the best in the world that are sharing advice on LinkedIn. It's just people that me and Carl follow quite a lot. If there's anybody else that you think we've missed, add a comment in the comment section. We'd love to know who else you think is someone who's a great SEO or influencer in the search engine optimization community to follow on LinkedIn.